Have you ever woken up feeling heavy, like an invisible force was pressing down on you? Have you ever felt exhausted for no reason, as if something was draining your energy, leaving you stuck in a loop of frustration, doubt, or negativity? This feeling isn't random. It isn't just one of those days. Your energy, your very life force, is constantly being influenced by what you allow into your life. Some things lift you higher, bringing you closer to peace, joy, and clarity. Others pull you down, trapping you in cycles of fear, anger, and exhaustion. Buddha once said, "What you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create." Everything in this universe vibrates at a certain frequency, including you. The higher your vibration, the more in tune you are with love, wisdom, and the flow of the universe. The lower your vibration, the more disconnected you become, stuck in negativity, unable to see a way forward. And here's where it becomes dangerous. Most people don't even realize they are constantly engaging with things that lower their vibration. They touch things, consume things, interact with things that drain their energy without a second thought. And then they wonder, why do I feel stuck? Why does life feel like an uphill battle? Why do I keep experiencing the same struggles over and over again? The truth is, there are both seen and unseen forces that work against your spiritual growth. If you're not aware of them, they will control you. But if you learn to recognize them, you can free yourself. Imagine you're carrying a heavy backpack filled with rocks you didn't even know were there. Wouldn't it be a relief to finally put it down? That's what happens when you let go of the things that lower your vibration. You become lighter, freer, more in alignment with your true self. Buddhism teaches us that just as a snake sheds its skin, we must shed our past over and over again. The same applies to our energy. We must consciously release what no longer serves us. So, the question is, are you ready to break free? Are you ready to step into a higher vibration and reclaim your energy? Because once you become aware of what's truly holding you back, you gain the power to let it go. And when you do, everything begins to change. Let's begin. The first thing that lowers your vibration faster than anything else is toxic environments. You can practice all the meditation, visualization, and positive thinking in the world, but if you place yourself in spaces filled with negativity, chaos, and low-frequency energy, it will pull you down, no matter how strong your intentions are. The Buddha taught, "Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without." But how can you cultivate inner peace when the very space around you is filled with conflict, heaviness, and discord? The environments you spend time in hold energy. Homes, workplaces, even entire cities have vibrations that can either nourish you or drain you. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt uneasy, as if something was off? That wasn't just a feeling, it was energy. Every space carries an imprint of what has happened there. Arguments, stress, unresolved emotions, they don't just disappear. They linger, settling into the walls, the air, the very essence of a place. And when you constantly expose yourself to environments heavy with negativity, that energy seeps into you, lowering your vibration before you even realize it. But here's where it gets even deeper. Sometimes the most toxic environment isn't a physical place at all. It's the people you surround yourself with. Energy is contagious. When you spend time around those who constantly complain, gossip, or operate from fear, their energy begins to affect yours. Without even realizing it, you start absorbing their negativity as if it were your own. This is why, after certain conversations, you feel drained. Why some interactions leave you exhausted, even if no harsh words were spoken. It's because energy transfers, And if you are not protecting yourself, you are allowing your vibration to be pulled down by people who may not even be aware of their own frequency. The Buddha also said, "An insincere and evil friend is more to be feared than a wild beast. A wild beast may wound your body, but an evil friend will wound your mind." So ask yourself, are the people and places in your life lifting you up, or are they holding you down? If you truly want to protect your energy, you must be willing to step away from what no longer serves you, even if it means leaving behind familiar spaces or relationships. Because the truth is, you cannot rise while staying in an environment that keeps you small. You cannot find peace in a place that breeds chaos. And you cannot elevate your vibration while surrounded by people who refuse to rise themselves. The next thing that silently destroys your vibration is the food and substances you consume. Everything you put into your body carries an energy. It's not just about calories or nutrients, it's about vibration. Processed foods, artificial chemicals, alcohol, and drugs don't just impact your physical health, they lower your energetic frequency, making you feel sluggish, disconnected, and emotionally unstable. The Buddha said, "To keep the body in good health is a duty. Otherwise, we shall not be able to keep our mind strong and clear." Have you ever noticed how, after eating heavily processed food, your mind feels foggy? How, after drinking alcohol, your emotions feel unstable, or your energy feels depleted? That's not random. It's vibration. Everything you consume either raises or lowers your frequency. When you eat high vibrational foods, pure, natural, and alive foods, you feel lighter, more energized, more in tune with yourself. When you consume things that are artificial, dead, or heavily processed, your energy becomes dull, heavy, and out of alignment. It's a simple law of nature. You absorb the energy of what you consume. So, the question is, are you feeding your body life or feeding it destruction? And then there's something even more powerful than what you eat, the thoughts you consume. Your mind is a frequency generator. Every thought you think, every word you speak, sends out a vibration that attracts more of the same. The Buddha also said, "What we are today comes from our thoughts of yesterday, and our present thoughts build our life of tomorrow." Yet, most people don't realize that their own thoughts are the biggest source of their suffering. Negative self-talk, fear-based thinking, constant worry. These aren't just harmless habits. They are destructive forces that lower your vibration and keep you stuck in cycles of limitation. Think about it. How often do you replay past mistakes in your mind? How often do you anticipate the worst? How often do you say things like, "I'm not good enough," "I'll never succeed," or "things never work out for me"? These thoughts create your reality, and if you are not conscious of them, they will dictate your life without you even realizing it. The reason most people stay stuck isn't because of their external circumstances, it's because of the mental loops they refuse to break. They don't realize that their outer world is simply a reflection of their inner world. But here's the truth. If you want to raise your vibration, you must master your mind. You must become aware of the thoughts you allow to take root. You must feed your mind the same way you would feed your body, with nourishment, with purity, with things that lift you rather than break you down, because the moment you do, everything begins to change. But here's the deeper question. How can you escape these unseen influences? How do you safeguard your energy in a world that constantly drains it? This is where real self-awareness begins. The Buddha once said, "You, as much as anyone in the entire cosmos, deserve your love and kindness." But how can you truly honor yourself if you're continuously absorbing energies that aren't even yours? Most individuals navigate life oblivious to the unseen forces shaping their emotions and mindset. They wake up feeling depleted, restless, or uninspired, never realizing that their energy is being scattered by forces beyond their awareness. The reality is, you're always soaking in energy, whether from your surroundings, interactions, possessions, or even your past experiences. If you're not mindful of this, you unknowingly carry burdens that don't belong to you. Perhaps you assume you're just worn out, but what if that exhaustion originates from energies you've unknowingly absorbed? A powerful but overlooked way your vibration is diminished is through emotional attachments. Have you ever struggled to move on from a particular event, relationship, or moment? Does a specific memory still hold power over you? This isn't just psychological, it's an energetic tether. Buddhism teaches us that clinging is the root of suffering. Whenever you invest deep emotions into something, you form an invisible link between yourself and that experience. The more you dwell on it, the more entrenched this bond becomes. This explains why certain people or experiences still drain you long after they've exited your life. It's why unresolved wounds from the past continue to impact your present. These lingering energies attach themselves to you, subtly drawing from your emotions, preventing you from growing beyond outdated cycles. But what if you could sever these unseen ties? What if you could reclaim your inner strength and shift into a lighter, more liberated version of yourself? The initial step is recognizing these connections. The next is intentionally letting go. You must be willing to detach from what no longer nourishes you, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Another subtle but powerful factor that influences your energy is digital consumption. Many don't realize that what they watch, hear, and expose themselves to online impacts their frequency just as much as the food they eat. Every form of content carries an energetic imprint. When you spend excessive time absorbing distressing news, aggressive media, or empty distractions, you're programming your subconscious with chaotic vibrations. Have you ever noticed how prolonged scrolling through social media leaves you feeling mentally drained? Why do some TV shows or online content leave you feeling restless rather than fulfilled? It's because your mind is being flooded with erratic energies, leaving you disconnected from your higher awareness. The Buddha wisely stated, "The mind is everything. What you believe, you create." The digital space is a double-edged sword. It can elevate your awareness or entrap you in lower states of consciousness. But the decision rests in your hands. So take a moment to reflect. Are the things you consume, whether physically, emotionally, or digitally, nourishing your soul or depleting your essence? The response to this question defines your energetic state, and your energetic state determines the reality you attract. Another hidden force that drains your vibration is the words you speak. Words are not merely sounds, they are energetic frequencies that shape your life. Every time you speak negatively about yourself, every time you engage in gossip, every time you reinforce limiting ideas through your speech, you are unknowingly sending out vibrations that lower your own frequency. The Buddha taught, words have the power to both destroy and heal. When they are spoken with truth and kindness, they have the ability to transform the world. Yet, many people unknowingly sabotage themselves through their own speech. They declare statements like, "I never have good luck," "Success isn't for me," "Everything always goes wrong," and then wonder why their reality mirrors these very words. Language is creative energy. It has the power to build or to break. If you are unaware of how you use your words, you may be shaping a reality that works against you rather than for you. But let's take this even further. Unresolved emotions are among the most draining forces of all. Many people walk through life carrying unprocessed emotions, anger, resentment, shame, regret, without realizing the impact. These emotions do not simply disappear when ignored. They settle deep within your energy field, creating invisible burdens that weigh down your spirit. This is why certain experiences trigger you so intensely. This is why patterns of struggle seem to repeat in your life. Unhealed emotions act like energetic anchors, keeping you stuck in familiar cycles. The universe mirrors back the energy you carry, so if you hold on to unresolved pain, life will continue presenting situations that reflect that pain until you finally confront and release it. If you do not clear these emotional blockages, they will continue to deplete your energy, clouding your mind, lowering your frequency, and preventing you from accessing the peace, clarity, and abundance that are your birthright. So, how do you shield yourself from these unseen energy drains? The first and most crucial step is awareness. Once you become mindful of how energy flows in and out of your life, you stop being a passive receiver and start actively directing your own frequency. The Buddha wisely said, "The mind is everything. What you think, you become." Begin by tuning into how you feel after certain interactions. Pay attention to what exhausts you and what nourishes you. Observe your thoughts, your speech, and your emotions, not with criticism, but with curiosity. The more you understand your own energy, the more power you have to transform it. The second step is energetic purification. Just as you cleanse your physical body daily, your energy field also needs regular cleansing. Meditation, deep breathing, spending time in nature, salt baths. These aren't just spiritual practices, they are necessary tools for maintaining a high frequency state. If you don't clear out stagnant energy, it builds up like emotional clutter, slowing you down and keeping you stuck. Energy, like water, must flow. When you allow old, heavy energy to be released, you create space for higher vibrations to enter. The third step is setting strong, energetic boundaries. You must be intentional about what you allow into your space. Not everyone deserves your energy. Not every conversation is worth your attention. Not every piece of content is beneficial for your mind. When you become selective about who and what you engage with, your vibration naturally rises. You move from a state of reaction to a state of empowerment. And once you reach this level of self-mastery, something profound happens. Your energy becomes untouchable. Nothing external can shake you because you are fully in control of your own frequency. But here's the deeper question. Once you remove low vibrations, how do you raise your energy to a level where nothing can shake you? How do you sustain a high frequency in a world that constantly tries to pull you back into chaos? This is where true transformation begins. The mastery of high vibration living, staying in peak energy no matter what happens around you. Elevating your vibration isn't just about avoiding negativity. It's about cultivating a state of inner power, clarity, and alignment, even in the midst of external turmoil. The Buddha taught, nothing can harm you as much as your own unguarded thoughts. Yet, many people tie their peace to external conditions. They wait for things to improve, for problems to disappear, for life to align perfectly before they allow themselves to feel good. But this is the ultimate illusion. If your energy is controlled by outside forces, you will always be at their mercy. True power is learning to stabilize your energy, regardless of circumstances. Everything in existence is energy. Every thought you think, every action you take, every decision you make either aligns you with your higher self or distances you from it. Yet most people move through life unconsciously. They react rather than create. They absorb energy rather than generate it. And because of this, their vibration constantly shifts based on external events. A single unpleasant encounter ruins their entire day. One setback pulls them into doubt and negativity. A piece of bad news drags their energy down for hours, even days. But here's the ultimate truth. Your vibration is entirely your responsibility. No person, no situation, no event has the power to lower it unless you give it permission. The moment you recognize this, you step into mastery. Instead of being influenced by the world, you become the force that shapes your own reality. One of the most powerful ways to sustain a high vibration is through daily energetic alignment. Just as a musical instrument requires regular tuning to produce harmonious sound, your energy field needs daily calibration to function at its highest potential. If your morning begins with mindless scrolling, consuming negative content, or rushing into the day without awareness, you've already surrendered control of your energy before the day even begins. But if instead, you start your morning by intentionally setting your vibration through meditation, deep breathing, gratitude, or mindful movement, you establish your frequency before the outside world has the chance to shape it for you. High vibration living is not about responding to life's chaos. It's about deliberately setting your internal state and allowing life to reflect that back to you. When you take charge of your energy first, everything around you begins to align with your elevated frequency. Another essential practice for sustaining high energy is choosing growth over restriction in every moment. Life constantly offers two paths, one of expansion and one of contraction. When you choose expansion, you move through life with love, trust, and abundance. When you choose contraction, you operate from fear, self-doubt, and limitation. Most people instinctively contract when faced with pressure. When challenges appear, they withdraw. When they face criticism, they shut down. When fear arises, they retreat into their comfort zones. But if your goal is to elevate your vibration, you must condition yourself to expand, even in discomfort. The next time something triggers you, instead of reacting with fear, anger, or defensiveness, pause. Take a deep breath. Remain open. Ask yourself, is this a moment for me to grow? Because the ultimate truth is this: your vibration rises through conscious expansion, not avoidance. The more you train yourself to lean into growth rather than retreat into limitation, the more unshakable your energy becomes. And then there's the most overlooked key to high vibration living: living in alignment with your true self. Nothing lowers your energy faster than living out of sync with who you really are. The Buddha taught, your work is to discover your world, and then with all your heart, give yourself to it. Yet so many people abandon their truth to seek approval. They silence their intuition to conform. They ignore their deepest callings out of fear of judgment. But have you ever felt the exhaustion of pretending? The heaviness of living a life that doesn't truly reflect you? That's because misalignment isn't just uncomfortable, it's an energy drain. Every time you suppress your authentic self, you leak energy and your vibration diminishes. But the moment you stop apologizing for who you are, the moment you embrace your truth without hesitation, you tap into a level of energy that is untouchable. True alignment creates an unstoppable force, one that not only elevates you but also lifts those around you. But here's where it gets even deeper. Maintaining peak energy requires clearing out everything that no longer aligns with your highest self. You cannot hold on to low vibrational habits, limiting beliefs, and draining relationships while trying to elevate your energy. The Buddha taught, in the end, only three things matter: how much you loved, how gently you lived, and how gracefully you let go of things not meant for you. True, high-frequency living demands release. Let go of the need for external validation. Let go of attachments that weigh you down. Let go of the outdated version of yourself that keeps you playing small. The real struggle isn't knowing how to raise your vibration. It's having the courage to release what is lowering it. But the moment you choose to let go of what no longer serves you, your energy ascends effortlessly. Your vibration rises not because you force it, but because you remove the resistance that was holding it down. So ask yourself, are you fully committed to mastering your own energy? Or are you still allowing external forces to dictate how you feel? Because here's the ultimate truth. Once you take full ownership of your vibration, you become unshakable. No circumstance, no person, no challenge can pull you into lower frequencies because your energy is no longer reactive. It is sovereign. It is rooted in you. And when that happens, you don't just exist at a higher vibration. You become a source of light that elevates everything and everyone around you. But here's the next question. Once you reach this level of high vibrational living, how do you sustain it? How do you ensure you never slip back into old habits and lower frequencies? And that is where the final stage of mastery begins. Becoming untouchable, the ultimate key to unshakable energy and limitless manifestation. There comes a moment in your spiritual evolution when you realize that true strength isn't about controlling the outside world. It's about mastering your inner world so completely that nothing external can shake you. This is the level where you become untouchable. Negativity no longer drains you. Fear no longer limits you. Your energy becomes so steady, so powerful, so high vibrational that you naturally attract everything you need, not through force, not through struggle, but simply by being in alignment. This is the level where reality bends to your frequency. Most people never reach this state because they remain attached to the illusion of control. They think that if they can just fix their external circumstances, if they can make people act differently, force situations to unfold in their favor, or eliminate all difficulties, then they will finally feel at peace. But that is a never-ending battle. The outer world is unpredictable. People will disappoint you. Challenges will arise. Unexpected events will unfold. And if your energy depends on everything going smoothly, you will always be a prisoner to circumstances. But when you truly master your vibration, when you learn to maintain your frequency no matter what happens, you step into the highest level of power. You become the creator, not the reactor. You no longer chase energy, you generate it. You no longer seek validation, you embody it. And in that state, you don't just navigate life, you shape it. The first key to becoming untouchable is energetic sovereignty, the ability to command your own energy, no matter what is happening around you. This means refusing to let other people's emotions dictate your state, no longer absorbing the collective negativity, no longer getting pulled into drama, arguments, or distractions that drain your frequency. Have you ever noticed how some people remain completely unfazed by chaos? How, no matter what unfolds around them, they stay calm, centered, and clear? That's because they have mastered the art of holding their own energy. Instead of adapting to the frequency of the world, they make the world adjust to theirs. But how do you cultivate this level of mastery? The first step is detachment from external validation. Most people feel drained not because of what happens to them, but because they are addicted to approval, constantly fearing judgment, endlessly reshaping themselves to fit others' expectations. This is one of the greatest energy leaks of all. The moment you stop needing validation from the outside world, your vibration ascends. You become free, free to live, free to create, free to express your truth without hesitation. Because the ultimate reality is this: no one's opinion has power over you unless you decide to give it power, to consume them, pulling them into cycles of negativity. They react impulsively, suppress their feelings, or let emotions control their decisions, never realizing that emotions are just energy in motion, and energy can be transformed. The Buddha said, "Just as a snake sheds its skin, we must shed our past over and over again." The key to emotional mastery is not resisting difficult emotions, but learning how to transmute them. Instead of allowing anger to turn into resentment, channel it into determination. Instead of letting fear paralyze you, let it sharpen your awareness. Instead of drowning in sadness, use it as a gateway to deeper self understanding. True energetic mastery is not about avoiding emotions. It's about learning to work with them, process them, and convert them into higher frequencies. Because once you stop fearing your emotions, they lose their power over you. And when you can shift any emotional state at will, nothing can bring you down.